Hello, this is Corey with the Profit System support team, and today I'm going to show you how to set up rates in Starter Hut. First step is we're going to create some inventory items. The inventory items are going to be set up as follows. I'll show you the ones that I have already created. So I have an 18-hole cart fee. So if we look at this, you're going to see one of the most important parts of this item is the item type is T-sheet. It needs to be a T-sheet item to attach it to a rate in Starter Hut. So I have the item type T-sheet, and then it's going to be set up just like any other product in your system. You're going to put a price, a product code, category, supplier, etc. You're going to save that there. So I created a 18-hole cart fee. I created a 9-hole cart fee. You're going to want to do this depending on what type of fees you have at your facility. So I have my 9-hole cart fee. Again, notice item type T-sheet, and then I also have a couple green fees as well. Green fee 18, green fee 9. The other thing you want to remember is if you want to do different rates for the weekend and weekday, we can do that as well. So I'll do that right now. So I have green fee 18, green fee 9. We'll say those are our weekday rates, and I'm going to create two more green fees, 18 and 9. They're going to be my weekday or weekend rates. So let me create those. Product, T-sheet. Category is going to be green fee. So say weekend GF for greens fee 18. We'll charge 60. And I want to create the same thing again, only this is going to be weekend GF 9, so this is going to be weekend 9 green fee. And we're not going to track inventory, we'll save. I need to make sure this is a T-sheet item. Okay, so now I have 4 greens fees, 2 weekend 9 and 18, and 2 weekday 9 and 18. Then I also have my 2 cart fees, which are 9 and 18 holes. So we'll close out of inventory, and now we will go to Starter Hut to create our rate. Go to Admin, Pricing, Rate. Add new rate. This rate's going to be called, we'll just call this the regular rate. Site's going to be, of course, will be Pittsburgh, and we'll just select a color for our rates. This isn't really important. This is just going to be my normal rate. I'll just make it orange. Rate code is just your, basically you're just going to make that as like an abbreviation to the rate name. Okay, so once we have this all done, we'll save it. Then we're going to go green fees, and we'll set up our green fees. And we're going to say, I'm going to check use time period rates. What this does is going to say weekend, weekday, holiday. So I'm going to be able to set up different times and different rates depending on what day of the week it is. So you can do it a couple of different ways. You have normal, which is just going to be one straight product code no matter what time of day or what day of the week it is. Or I could use time period rates where it's going to be one price on a weekday, one price on a weekend, one price on a holiday. Or I could use day of weeks, which is the most complex, and that would be I could have different rates depending on what day of the week it is. In this case, I'm going to use the most used one, which is going to be weekday, which is going to be time period, so weekday, weekend, and holiday. This is my green fees 9. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is add a time. And here you can see I could add multiple times under weekday, and this is going to allow you to put in a twilight rate if you have one. So I could say from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'm going to have my regular rate, and then from 2:01 p.m. till 7 p.m. I'm going to have my twilight rate for that day. And you want to remember is if you're creating your twilight rates, those are going to be inventory items that need to be set up as T-sheet items. For this case, I'm just going to have one time, and it's just going to be my regular 9-hole fee on a weekday, and it's just going to be it's just going to span the entire day, so 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. If we remember, I have it set up in there, so when I start typing in my code, from the inventory, it's going to call it up. So I type in GF9. This is a weekday rate, so here's my GF9. I'll just double click on it, save, go to weekend. And what's actually going to be a nice feature you want to utilize is you can copy and paste these times across. So from weekday, I'm going to clone. I'm going to come to weekday and paste, and this is going to give me the same thing. The only thing I'm going to have to change here is my product code, and I called it weekend GF9. So this is going to be a different price, and that's calling up a different product code from inventory. So we'll save that, and then we'll clone and we'll paste that on holiday. My holiday is going to be exactly the same as my weekend rate, but you could have something different. Okay, so those are my 9 holes, and I'll do the same thing for my 18. And I can still paste it from my last one, and that's just going to save me time from having to retype in the time spans here. The only thing I'll need to change here is my product code again. So we'll just type in GF. This is going to be 18. We'll save, go to weekend, do the same thing, weekend 18, save, and then we'll clone this again because it's going to be the same in the holiday. So 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. weekend green fee 18. Okay, so that takes care of my green fees here on the left hand side, so I can minimize that. And now I'm going to take care of my cart fees. Okay, so now I'm going to set up my cart fee, which is going to be, and right now I'm under 18 holes, so it's going to be 18 hole cart. My cart fee is going to be the same weekday, weekend, and holiday. I'm not going to have a different cart rate there, so I'm just going to save this and clone and paste it across the board here. So I'll go weekend, paste, save, holiday, paste, save. Okay, and now I will go to 9 holes, paste this in. That's my 18 hole cart. I'll just change this to my 9 cart. Save that, and I'll also clone and paste this across again to my holiday and my weekend. Okay, so now everything's set up. My rate's finished. Just save it there and cancel out after you save it. Okay, so now I have my new rate set up. REG regular. So now we're ready to test it out. I'm going to go to the T-sheet, and so I'm on Friday. And right now it's Friday is set up as a weekday rate. So I'm going to highlight, we'll say 2 players. We'll do a quick book. Okay. So it highlighted me, it put me in there as regular. You can see that's where the abbreviation comes into place, REG. I do not have a cart set up here. Let me set my cart. So I'm going to give myself a half cart on both players. So my cart icon is now indicated. Now when I check in, okay, and as you can see, it's going to bring up 2 weekend green fees and 2 18-hole cart fees because my Friday is set up as a weekend. I'm going to go ahead and finalize the sale here. Once that's done, it's going to take me right back to the T-sheet, ready to check in the next person in line. Let me go ahead and go back to Thursday just to show you how the T-sheet's going to recognize whether it's a weekend or a weekday. So Thursday set up as a weekday. So I'll go ahead and quick book somebody here as a and we'll go ahead and check them in. Oops, enter my PIN number in. So I'm going to check in here. It's just telling me the reservation's not today. I'll check in, and you can see it's charging me for a greens fee there. 18 holes, $50, rather than the regular weekend rate. It's going to charge me the weekday rate there. Okay, so to recap, you're going to create your inventory items first, and those inventory items are going to be set up with the correct item type, which is going to be T-sheet. So that's going to be your most important part there. So first you're going to come in here and create all your different greens fees, cart fees, rental clubs, and they're all going to be set up as T-sheet items. So if you have a weekend green fee, you have to create a weekend green fee, 9 and 18 holes. If you track that separately, you're going to have to create 9 and 18 hole product in here. The same goes for rental clubs, left and right hand. I'm going to have to create product codes for a left-handed and a right-handed set. Anything that's going to have a different price is going to need to be set up in inventory as a T-sheet item to be able to set it up on your rate. Then step 2, you go to Starter Hut, go to Admin, go to Pricing, and go to Rate. And in here, we'll look at our regular rate. And you're going to come on in and set up your half carts, your full carts if you have them, and then your green fees, 9 and 18 holes. And this is also set up the same way with rental clubs, and also if you want to do any other fees as well.